Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 94. Please subscribe. This is a fabulous lesson, maybe even monumental. It's got a lot of things going for it. It happens to be a favorite lesson. It happens to be an I am lesson, and we know the importance and the strength in an I am statement. It's a giant stride lesson. It's the third giant stride lesson that we have had since beginning the workbook. And it is the only lesson that is repeated throughout part one of the workbook exactly in the same form. I am as God created me. Now, this is not a new thought. We have had previous lessons in the first 50 that are, we can call them precursors to this. The little hints in there of our true heritage and who we really are, our birthright. We had, and I'll bring them back in later on in this practice, that I am blessed as a son of God or a child of God, and my mind is part of God's. I'm very holy. We have had this information being spoon-fed perhaps into our awareness, and it's being given to us in small increments and with real purpose, because this is such a giant shift of thinking, of our thought system and of how we see ourselves, that if it was like blasted upon us in one big lesson, we might balk at it and move back, and that can't possibly be true. But because it's been given to us in little bits and pieces, I think it doesn't feel quite as foreign and quite as outrageous as it would be if this was the first time that we were told that God created us. And in fact, this statement, I am as God created me, was in yesterday's lesson. It was in paragraph 7, which I said, to definitely read, that whatever evil you think you may think you did, you are as God created you. We've, again, given this information bit by bit, just as the information that I'm not a body has been given to us bit by bit. These are two central ideas to the reversal of our old thought system and to the acceptance of our new one. Today's lesson begins. Today we continue with the one idea. How powerful is that? The one idea which brings complete salvation. And I know not everyone likes that word, so brings us complete freedom, complete forgiveness, complete joy, happiness. This one idea brings all of that. This one statement, which makes all forms of temptation powerless. The one thought, which renders the ego silent and entirely undone. The ego has nothing to give to us, to try to tempt us, if we accept that I am as God created me. You are as God created you. The sounds of this world are still, the sights of this world disappear, and all the thoughts that this world ever held are wiped away forever by this one idea. Here is salvation, forgiveness, atonement accomplished. Here is sanity restored. We have been dealing with an insane thought system. Today, as we accept this idea, we move back to sanity. True light is strength, and strength is sinlessness. Miracles are seen in light. Light and strength are one. We just had lesson 92. And if you remain as God created you, you must be strong, and light must be in you. And it is indeed, with peace and joy. It abides in you. You are as God created you. Darkness cannot obscure the glory of God's child. You stand in light, strong in the sinlessness, strong in the innocence in which you were created and in which you will remain forever, throughout eternity, forever and forever, into the eternal and beyond, whatever that is. The practicing, same as yesterday, first 5 minutes of the day to go and to repeat this idea, I am as God created me, and we add, I am his son, his child, eternally. And then the further practicing is, and remember I said bring in lesson 40, I am blessed as a son of God, a child of God. Try to reach that child of God, that blessed child within you. This is the self, the big self that never sinned. This is the self that has always been innocent and has always known who, what it is. Not an image that was made to replace the reality. This is the self that never left home in God, it left its home in God to walk the world uncertainly. This is the self that knows no fear, nor could conceive of loss or suffering or death. This is who we really are. The practicing when we go into, we're doing it 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of every hour, but there's the opportunity to go into really thinking about this, and to go past, it says, the list of attributes that, the things that we have thought about ourselves, the good thoughts and the bad thoughts, the good thoughts, the bad thoughts, the good witch, the bad witch. No, it's really, we don't want any of those. We only want the true thoughts. We only want to understand and know what is really true about us. So we go into that space and ask, knowing, be totally assured you will receive an answer, because the answer is always given. The answer is always provided. One problem, one solution. The answer is always given. You're asking now, and you cannot fail, because he cannot fail. We will receive the answer. And now, I love the paragraph 7. It says, if you don't meet this requirement of practicing for the first 5 minutes of every hour, at least try. At least try to remind yourself hourly, I am as God created me. I am his son, his child, eternally. Don't throw up your hands in despair. Oh, I missed the 10 o'clock hour. I was in a meeting. I got busy. I was on the phone. Just go, okay, deep breath, release those thoughts, and now try for the next hour. Every time we remember, this is when we are making those giant strides. Every effort to do the hourly exercises today, each one you do will be a giant stride toward your release, your real ease, and a milestone in learning the thought system which this course sets forth. And of course, in addition to that, throughout the day, if something arises that you are tempted to give your peace over to, no one ever takes our peace. We hand it over, perhaps on a silver platter, with the idea, oh, I don't need this right now. You take it. We give our peace away. No one ever takes it. No one can take it. There's nothing outside of ourselves. So I will give my peace to a situation that I think needs it more than I do. Eventually I'll go, no, I want that back. But if a situation arises and I'm tempted to see it outside of myself, I say, you are as God created you. You are his son eternally. And that will be a beautiful way to practice today, all day, every day. And that's it for today. So I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Did I mention it's a favorite lesson also? Subscribe, smile. What a great lesson. These are fabulous lessons where we have been having this week, and just so filled with light and peace and joy. And smile, take in a deep breath, release everything that is not of your wanting or liking or needing. And pray for this thought system to take hold within every mind as quickly as possible. Namaste.